concert for my new album, It Was a Privilege to Know You When You Were Shorter, which released today everywhere. So if you found this live stream, thanks for coming out and joining me for my album release. I just plan to play through the album tonight. Yeah, feel free to leave comments and let me know what you think. So this first song I'm gonna play, I added this drum to it recently. I was visiting my grandma this summer, and she has this green suitcase in her basement. And apparently it belonged to my great-grandpa, who was really a storyteller, I hear. But this isn't one of his stories, it's just a song I wrote. Oh, I wish that you were here, see the people cheer you, know that you love for you, and today a buddy shot you down the rain with his heart full of pain, 'cause you read all those chains of your memories away, and I wish I knew what to say. You always knew how to pray and who to pray to. And I know that I could write a better poem tonight, one that captures the beauty and the shame. But I'm running out of time, 'cause they're killing me at night. They won't let me live my life. They think I took yours away, and I wish I knew what to say. You always knew how to pray and who to pray to. Oh, and why can't I cry those big yellow fake tears, silvery tears to the moon? Oh, but don't worry, love, says your voice from above. You'll be with me soon, you'll be with me soon. You always knew what to say. I wish I knew how to pray and who to pray to. Thank you. That was a year and a day. If you're just joining now, I'm playing through my album that I released today. It's called It Was a Privilege to Know You When You Were Shorter. All the support that I've been seeing on social media and just like all the news coverage I've been getting has been great recently. So thank you for everyone who's contributed to that. This next song I'm going to sing is called Walking Slow. It was one of the first ones I wrote this spring. Basically, I started writing this album pretty early on in the pandemic. And I wrote this song when I came home from college, and I was sitting in my bedroom and just really missing my friends. So I wanted to write a song that was sort of about like the parts of college that I really missed, and was about just like spending quality time with my friends. So yeah, this one's called Walking Slow. Walking slowly, smell the lily. If you know me, you know. Feeling lonely, eyes for you only. Talking softly and slow. Talking to me like I'm your best friend. The windows start to fall, the night is getting thin, we're walking slow. We head back to your house with this road and delouse, and on the sidewalk there's snow. Quiet as a mouse, don't wanna get your wits out. Talking softly and slow. Talking to me like I'm your best friend. The windows start to fall, the night is getting thin. No, I say, don't bring the dawn of day, and don't want April. Step on into May, I want your days. I won't let you go if only you. I had known we like walking slow. I met you on the swing set. I guess it hadn't hit me yet. I thought I lost you in the glow. You asked me if we can get walking towards our better man. I asked you where you'd like to go, and we're walking slow. Thank you. That was Walking Slow. Thanks for everyone making comments out there on the Facebook and YouTube. I can see some of them, and it means a lot to see your support like that. Thank you. This next song I'm gonna sing is one that's really special to me. I released it as a single earlier this fall on Facebook, and it got a lot of attention there and a lot of positive feedback. Gotta keep tuning. Almost there though. Yeah, this song is about my grandpa. My grandpa passed away in April of this year, just as the pandemic was starting, and he passed away of cancer. He had been very ill for a long time. So after he passed away, we weren't able to have a service for him, which was something very significant, since he was a minister his whole life and did over 1,000 funerals in his lifetime. One of the last things that he said to me when we were taking care of him as he was passing was, sing your own hymns. And that really inspired me to create this album and to share it eventually. So this song is about the 7 days that my family spent taking care of him, and also about his lifetime of ministry. It's called Silent Spring. When crocuses broke the earth this year, they knew something was wrong. The people who had gawked at them were hiding or gone. I myself had shut myself right where I belong, caring for my grandfather who lived 80 years long. In the silent spring, in the silent spring, in the silent spring, when loved ones call to us, we always hear the ring. In all your years of ministry, you touched so many people. You'd gather loved ones to your heart underneath the steeple. And so for 7 days this spring, as you lay awake and feeble, we feared that you might pass without a service of your people. In the silent spring, in the silent spring, in the silent spring, when loved ones call to us, we always hear the ring. Each year the weather turns the wood from brown to green to gold. My grandfather would prune the berries to grow just as they're told. Each year he'd water, pick and harvest when his bones grew old. He'd sit and talk with all his heart. His stories filled the gold. In the silent spring, in the silent spring, in the silent spring, when loved ones give, we always hear the ring. On the morning of your death, we gathered round in prayer. Your brothers filled the driveway, wind swept through their hair. We drove you out through the blueberries, you always loved it there. We passed your church lot full of cars, your people really cared. In the silent spring, in the silent spring, in the silent spring, when loved ones give the call, we always hear the ring. When loved ones give the call, compassion we will bring. Thank you. Yeah, that song is really special to me, and seeing everyone's reactions to it was super meaningful. I think something about not having traditional ways of grieving, during this time of COVID, it can be really taxing and add to the grief for everyone. I think everyone's undergoing grief right now, in lots of different ways. Loss of the ordinary, loss of their loved ones. And so songwriting for me has been a way to express that grief, in a way to replace those sorts of rituals that we're used to. And so I hope that, hearing a song like that, all the people who listened to it when I released it and listen to it now, you're able to have some of that impact as well. This next song I'm about to sing, it's a little happier note. This song is the first one I released as a single. Dear Jack, got a lot of positive feedback for it. Yeah, and the feedback for that really is what inspired me to continue with the music production and eventually make this album. But yeah, Dear Jack, this summer, I was really missing my friends still. And I was thinking, it can be just really tough to keep up relationships when we're all social distancing. So I wrote this song about a time when it felt like it was easier to keep and maintain friendships. Dear Jack, why didn't you come to my birthday? It was a really good time. I saw you with Jill in the bleachers, which I guess is fine. I even made pink invitations. I sent one to you in the mail. Maybe you lost your invitation. Maybe I'm not as cool as Jill. Dear Jack, I wrote you this letter. I know you better than your own mother. We've been friends since the first grade. Seems like every day we're getting farther and farther. I thought we had it made. I saw you kiss Jill in the dugout. I wish so badly that were me. And now I better use my white out. I don't want that to be seen. Dear Jack, I wish you would have told me you couldn't make it this weekend. Then I wanted a wasted recess writing a letter that I'll never send. And if you and I were older, I know exactly how it would end. But since I don't want to waste your favorite blue ink, sign sincerely, your friend. Thank you so much to everyone for showing up. That was Dear Jack, the first single I released a little while ago. Your guys' support has meant so much. Like, that song really, your support after it is what made me continue creating music, I guess, is what I mean to say. And that's probably what I'll always associate that song with when I play it, is all the friends who came forward and were so kind to me then. This next song I'm about to play is one that a few people have texted me about today, actually. People who have gotten around to listening to the album already have sent me texts like, yeah, this was my favorite one from it, and it makes sense. This song was took me a really long time to write. This song is about my grandpa again, and is dedicated to him, like my album is. It's about those 7 days that I mentioned earlier that we spent, my family did, taking care of him while he was passing. You know, it was early in April, and we got the call that he wasn't doing so well. So we drove over to his blueberry farm near South Haven, Michigan, to his house there to help take care of him. This song is called 7 Days. I don't know if I can tell him, maybe it's the antebellum furniture by the door. It's too late, a wicked snake made me make my first mistake. I'll be lowered down and draped to the floor. The perfect world, the perfect paradise made in 7 days. It melts away like ice. Though you might not know my wrongs, you never hit that gong. You're sad that I belong to you. So as the bell of judgment rings, I'll tie fast with little strings the angel wings you sat and said so true. The perfect world, the perfect paradise made in 7 days. It melts away like ice. I'm running out of time, running out of time. I wasted all my time, I wasted all of mine. I'm running out of time, running out of time. I wasted all my time, I wasted all of mine. Don't forget you didn't waste every touch and every taste. It's not too late, it doesn't end today. As we get into the car, we wave goodbye. It feels bizarre, the peaks of joy are never meant to stay. The perfect world, the perfect paradise made in 7 days. It melts away like ice. You never had to know. I always knew you'd understand. I don't know, no, I know, but I hold myself in love and grief. I don't know, no, I know, but I hold your and your memory. Thank you. That was 7 days. There's something about being at someone's deathbed it is very, beautiful and very very temporary. It's not a feeling that you can achieve anywhere else than being, with someone who's dying who you love. I remember the day after the day of my grandpa's passing. My mom, was talking to me, and she said, "It's really the joy that you experience with a person that makes it, so sad when they pass." And I mean, we all know this. But it meant a lot to hear it then. We all know that to be true. We've all experienced that. But it's something we forget a lot. And I think during COVID, when mortality seems so much more real, it's something that's even more important to remember. Yeah. This last song, sorry, I have another song after this, but this song was the easiest song on my album to write. It's called Sunset Song. I wrote it after watching the sunset with my dad. I was just, enjoying the evening with my family and watching the sunset, and I realized that that just simple experience of spending time with them held so much joy. And then I came inside and stayed up till midnight writing this song. It's called Sunset Song. See the sunset one more time. See the colors melt and fade away. When I die, I know that I can see the moon rise one more time. See that familiar face on its way. One more chance to feel done. Starry sky above to see with the ones I love. One more setting of the sun. When I die, I hope that I can see the water still one time. A broken branch before it's blown away. When I die, I hope that I can see just like in a flash, then fade away. One more chance to feel done. One more night begun. One more starry sky above to see with the ones I love. One more setting of the sun. But most of all, when I die, I know that you'll be by my side, even if you're somehow far away. But most of all, when I die, I know that you'll be by my side. You'll be there to see me on my way. One more chance to feel done. One more night begun. One more starry sky above to see with the ones I love. One more setting of the sun. Sunset Song. Yeah, after I played that one, it made my family quite emotional. And it still makes me emotional to play and think about it. I just remembered, as I retuned my guitar here for the last song, there are a few housekeeping things I gotta mention during this concert. That is, if you like my album and you've enjoyed streaming it, I have a CD that I'm selling. If that's something you have the ability to listen to, or if that's not something you have the ability to listen to, it's kind of a fun, memento of this album. Yeah, I've got some of them. They're for sale on my website if you want one. They're really nicely decorated. I know it doesn't pick up very well on the camera, but it's got that album cover, which is just a beautiful picture that was taken by Neil Harvey, who took a lot of the photos for the album and worked on the sound engineering as well, and did an excellent job. I couldn't have done it without him. Another thing I should mention is that if you like what you hear tonight and you've liked streaming the album and you enjoy my music, one thing you can do is on my website and just get more updates when I'm writing new stuff. I'm constantly writing new stuff, so I'm sure in the next few months I'll be putting out new stuff as well. And then one last thing I should mention is, on my website it's a link to all my social media. So if you're following me on Facebook and Instagram, but you want to check out the other stuff, it's all on there. And lastly, I should thank my Aunt Christina. Without this, none of this would have been possible. She was really influential in pushing me to create this album and pushing me to write music and pursue music. So thank you to her for all of her support and all of her hard work that went into this album. I listed her on the CD as the executive producer, but she really did so much to ensure that this album was released. So thank you. This last song is called Ruined Canoe. Just a sec here. It's a lot to retune the whole instrument to new tuning between these songs. Sorry about the wait, folks. Thank you for being patient and sticking around. There we go. Ruined Canoe. I've been thinking about when you taught me how to pedal. Thank you all so much for showing up tonight. It really means a lot to see this much support for my music. Yeah, thank you all. Have a great night. Thank you for joining me this evening. I hope you've enjoyed this album and that you continue to listen to it and share it with your friends. And I hope that it has had a positive impact on you and that it's been helpful in bringing you joy and maybe in bringing you healing too. So thank you. Good night.